Check 1 2, check 1 2. Give me a check.
Check, check, check 1 2.
Hey everybody, it's Eric with Muscle Cars with Eric coming at you today for another episode of What's in Your Garage, but this time it's more like what's at the neighborhood block party. And I have a friend of mine, Kevin, who's got this beautiful Lamborghini. And Kevin, thanks so much for making the trip all the way up here to Surprise from your home. And dude, I've known you for a few years. We met at the Southwest Airlines Christmas car show.
Yep.
And you had your Lamborghini Diablo Roadster there.
Yep.
Now, what is this car that we have here today?
This is a 1998 Lamborghini Diablo SV, and it happens to be one of the Monterey editions, number 2 of the 20 Monterey editions they developed in '98 for the 35-year anniversary of Lamborghini.
Wow. Now, you guys have seen already videos of this thing so far, but tell us about this car, and when did you buy it?
I picked this up in March of 2013, did a little mini restoration on it.
Okay.
And I'll have it for quite a while.
Good for you. It's a beautiful car, man. And I know you love driving this car. Now, give us a little history about yourself. I see the Air Force hat and different airplanes up there, or whatnot, or aircraft, I guess you call them. So what's your history? And I know you love speed.
Yeah, I do like going fast. I'm a 1978 graduate from the United States Air Force Academy. I was a fighter pilot in the Air Force. I flew A-7s, A-10s, F-4s, and F-16s. Put an F-16 with my name on it in the Boneyard down in Tucson in 1994.
That's
and
cool.
So I had to fill the need for speed somehow, so I started getting into Lamborghinis.
No kidding. No, that's pretty cool. Now, did you ever end up working for Southwest Airlines?
I was a pilot captain for Southwest Airlines for 33 years, 3 months, and 1 day.
No kidding.
I logged 28,765 hours for Southwest.
Wow, that is so cool. So you do have the need for speed, right?
Yeah, the Air Force taught me the skill, Southwest bought me the cars.
There you go. Yeah. Well, of course, you're not going to make that kind of money in the Air Force, but you have the skill set there going on. Now, talk to us about this car. What needed to be done to it that you put the restoration money into it?
It's like I said, it's my second one. My Roadster I picked up in '06, so I always talked about getting a second one with my mechanic who's in Gilroy, California, Driven Exotics, the best Lamborghini mechanic in the world.
Driven Exotics is the name of the company?
Yeah, that's
okay.
And each year now, one of my cars goes up there. In fact, the Roadster will go up there in about 2 weeks for its, as my wife says, its spa treatment. Because we give it gets whatever maintenance it needs.
Okay.
Each year, of course, all fluids are flushed and anything else. This car, the first words out of my wife's mouth when my mechanic sent me a picture of it coming off the delivery truck at his shop, as when we were talking about getting the second one, because I missed the other one when it was up at his shop for 3 or 4 months because I would use it for Monterey Car Week and all that. The first words out of my wife's mouth were, "I will divorce you." A week later, she said, "Just get the effing thing."
Wow, cool.
But the reason I was able to pick it up in 2013 was the bottom of the market. It needed, had never had a major service.
Here, let me get the car behind you.
Had never had a major service, needed a clutch, the front shocks were leaking, had original tires. It needed about 20-25 grand thrown at it right away to make it drivable.
Okay.
And I said, the heck with that, let's make it perfect.
Right, okay,
So
gotcha.
we did a little mini restoration on it. From about 10 feet away, it looked great, but up close, you could tell it needed some TLC. And so we did that, and that year at Concorso in Monterey, I came in second place because of these. The tires, the rims are original, the outer bolts are original, but these were silver, and this was black and silver originally. So it looked like mismatched jewelry, wearing a gold watch and a silver ring. And I said, let's make it look like it should.
Right.
And at the end of the Concorso, the president of Lamborghini comes up to me and says, "Okay, we've got to deduct 1 point for your lug nuts. Of course, they're not original. Because the guy that wanted to win first place had pointed that out to him." Anyway.
Okay. It's still gorgeous, man.
Well, that's the way it should look.
You own these cars and you drive these cars.
Yes, this one had about 12,000 miles on it when I bought it. I'm about to hit 30,000. I may hit 30,000 on the way home, about 50 miles from be on the way home. My Roadster, I've had since '06. That one had 12,000 when I got it, and now I'm over 60 on it. But like anything else with proper maintenance, it's no problem.
Right.
But you got to give it the maintenance.
Now, when you say maintenance, like you said you replace all the fluids and whatnot.
All the fluids, every fourth year, the new battery, because we live in Phoenix where the heat kills the battery.
Okay.
And the battery is a real pain in the ass because you got to take this wheel off to get to the battery. The battery's up in here. So changing the battery is not a simple
Oh no, it's not something you would do at AutoZone, right?
No.
No, of course not. Oh my goodness. Now this is a V12. Can you pop this
Sure.
hood?
I got to go to both sides. 5.7 liter V12 1998 from the factory, 530 horse. We're a little over that now with some of the things we do since we don't do admissions with the collector car insurance. Let me move over here.
Sure, of course. Yep.
You know, and back in '98, 530 horse was a lot. You know, now it's nothing.
Right. But still, look at this, that V12. And this thing, we did a audio portion at the beginning of the video that people have already seen or heard, and this is just, things sound so cool. And you said you revved it up over 7,000 RPM.
Right at 7. We stopped at 7,200. I think is the yellow line. So we stopped right there. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I understand.
Pretty good, though.
Now, does this have a rev limiter in it or no?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So your rev limiter is your foot.
Yeah, your foot. Your traction control is your hands and your feet.
I understand.
It's got it doesn't even have a cup holder.
Oh, wow.
And I've never turned on the stereo.
Of course not. Why would you have a stereo turned on when you're listening to this thing? I bet it just sounds so magnificent rolling down the road, doesn't it?
Bellissimo.
Bellissimo?
Bellissimo.
Wow. Now, what does that mean?
Beautiful.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure. All right. Wow. Now, what's the longest trip you've been on this, in this car?
I've driven it to, Driven Exotics is in Gilroy, California. I've driven it there.
How far away is that?
It's 730 miles.
Oh, that's not a short little trip, is it?
Last year, since it's a numbered car, it's getting a little too expensive. I-10, I-5 beat the hell out of it. So last year I did ship it. It's the odd year car for Driven Exotics. So last year, 23 was up at Driven Exotics. But I do a show at Vandenberg Space Force Base now.
Okay.
In September. And Vandenberg, if you're not familiar, is in the middle of nowhere, and that's why we do this for the troops there.
Okay, gotcha.
And so I couldn't really ship it home from there, so me and my grandson drove it home. That was only about a 520-mile one-day drive.
That must have been fun.
My grandson had a great time.
I bet he did. That is so cool. And now I notice your foot box is really small.
Yes.
You have on your driving shoes there because the foot box is so
no
small.
heel.
Well, there you go. But what's it feel like sitting? I mean, it's so super comfortable, isn't it?
As long as you're not too tall.
Okay.
For my size, your size, you'd fit in there pretty good.
Okay. It looks just
kind
remarkable.
of the same for flying fighters. You know, I fit perfectly into F-16s and F-4s. You know,
Yep.
Could fly those across the oceans with no problem.
Gotcha.
But the tall guys always cramped up and everything.
I'm sure they are. This is just so neat. And Kevin, let's walk around this other side here. I appreciate you so much bringing this out here for us today. I know we had a little bit of issue with the weather, but you know, you see the kids, they love it. No, it doesn't melt, and it
little rain
looks like it's didn't hurt at all.
One of the special things, the color is called Monterey Blues because of the 20 Monterey editions they developed. This one was the Monterey Blue one. It's a one of one.
Okay, all right.
And so it's the only '98 Monterey Blue Diablo.
The only one.
And then in '99 they used the color later on too, but the color was developed for this car.
This is so cool, man. All right. Only here at Muscars with Eric, guys. See ya.